Welcome to the Reiki Healer and the Church Girl podcast. This is Stephanie, the Reiki Healer. This is season 3, episode 125. Thank you all for being here with us this week. We really appreciate you and look forward to any comments or questions you have. Yeah, we'd love to hear from you. Well, today, I remember about 3 weeks ago I was telling you about the Rueteri yogurt. Well, I've been making it for a while. I've made dairy yogurt with half and half, and I've made coconut cream yogurt because I'm pretty dairy intolerant, and even if I could get hold of raw milk, you're not supposed to make yogurt with raw milk. So anyway, I have to have raw milk or raw cheese, and that doesn't really work with yogurt. So I'm having coconut yogurt that I started with a starter of dairy yogurt. So I have a little bit of a rash from it, but not too bad. I get rashes from things, dairy and grains and stuff, and preserved food, yes. So that's okay. I just quit eating stuff that gives me a rash. Then I'm in control of the rash and I don't have to go to the doctor, because when the doctor gave me medicine for my rashes on my hand, I had such terrible eczema for so many years of my life, and it almost took away all my fingerprints. Yeah, so watch out. You use those weird chemicals on your skin, you don't know what's going to happen to you. You get no fingerprints. So back to the Rueteri yogurt. Yeah, so, oh my gosh, it's been so fun to make it. Robert's turned out just perfect with the dairy the first time, and I've made it twice for Robert and once for me so far. And I figured it was easier to start with dairy because that's what yogurt's usually made out of. And then I made mine next after that, after I got a little more courage up. Sometimes I have to get my courage up to make a new project, because what if I mess up? Oh my gosh, I'll be wasting all them ingredients. And so, my goodness, yes. The Rueteri strain is so cool. I want to live to be 150, right? So I have to take extra care of the body. And as the Rueteri is a strain of probiotics that's in all mammals, or at least land animals. I'm not sure if it's in the ones in the water. And it's so good for us. It helps our skin and our nails. Our skin and our nails. And it helps us be calmer. It helps us to be able to, have better hormones. It even can help us to get more slender. How cool is that? We need, right? Everybody could use that sometimes. It can help you with your digestion, the Rueteri, because it helps to break down the food and absorb nutrients. It can also stop us from having stomach aches and constipation and diarrhea. So that's good. It's sort of like a adaptogen. If you have diarrhea, it solidifies your stools, and then if you have constipation, it relaxes your stools, right? So that's pretty cool. And the immune system, it can help reduce the inflammation and promote the development of T cells. So that's really cool, right? Because T cells is a really big part of our immune system, and it can help us be stronger. And gut health, right? Of course, Rueteri is going to help with our gut health, because that's where all the bacteria, so much of it lives, right? And that way it can help us digest our food and give us the molecules and nutrients that we need. Because we need all those different kind of probiotics to extract all the different kind of nutrients out of our food. And because of all the antibiotics and processed food and pop and, oh my gosh, all the stuff we drink, right? Oh my gosh. And so many of our foods even have nutricinamides, like there's little, or niacinamides or something like that in like grated cheese. And I think that's some kind of a little teeny pesticide or something, or fungicide to stop anything from growing in those little pieces of cheese in the bag. because when my mom bought a big piece of cheese, right, if it got a piece of mold on it, you just cut it off and eat the rest, right? Well, what if you have 1,000 pieces of cheese in a bag? They all get a little mold on it. You got to throw the whole thing away, right? So that's why they probably put a little bit of niacinamide. Weird stuff. And like I said, it can help our skin. It reduces it reduces the wrinkles and increases the collagen, which is why the wrinkles reduce. And it might even help your hair get shiny and thick. And it helps with muscle health. L. reuteri is just an amazing bacteria. It helps with every part of our body. And the hormonal health, right? It helps release oxytocin, the love hormone. And the whole world could use some love hormone, right? Let's spread this L. reuteri around. Maybe that's what's going to bring peace to the world. You never know how simple it could be, right? Everybody gets an extra dose of oxytocin. Nobody will want to fight about everything anymore. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? I'd always wanted to, I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. Right? How do we cheer up everybody and get them to be happier? Well, maybe L. reuteri is the way. And it can lower your stress. Why? Well, if it gives you more oxytocin, you won't be as stressed, right? And L. reuteri could even help you lose weight and slim down. So I think that's pretty cool. And so we've just been, and the fun thing is I won't have to buy yogurt anymore because I'm making my own yogurt. So I'm excited about that too. And I'm just about to make my second batch of yogurt in the next day or two. I'm having so much fun with so many food projects. I started some sauerkraut. Just on the 20th of January, I started a hot kimchi one, and on the 21st of January, I made a mild one, because sometimes we like it hot, and sometimes we like it not hot. And there's apples and onion and celery in one, and in the spicy one, I put a bunch of cayenne pepper and some kimchi spice and some ginger and some daikon. I try to make it as close to kimchi as possible, but this time of year it's hard to get the Napa cabbage, so I just used regular cabbage, but that's all right. It still tastes good, no matter what kind of cabbage you use. It just looks prettier when you use the wrinkly Napa cabbage. Yeah, so for more fermenting, right? How to take care of our gut health. Because the L. reuteri is one way to take care of our gut health. Sauerkraut. I'm not so much for kombucha because it has so much sugar in it. It makes me have a hot flash right away. So if things make me have a hot flash, I just stay away from them because they're kind of boring, those hot flashes. And it's so fun if we, like Benjamin Franklin said, right? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And by being proactive with our eating habits, we're able to stave off sickness, right? Because all the bacteria in us is what's keeping us healthy. The bacteria is fighting off, like when you make sauerkraut, first you put the salt with the sauerkraut and the other vegetables that you're making the batch with, and then the salt keeps any kind of bad bacteria from growing in the salt water, while the cabbage releases the lactobacillus, that's the natural probiotic in the sauerkraut. And so by the time the lactobacillus comes out and starts infecting the whole sauerkraut, right, with good bacteria, right, it's still infecting it, right, but with good bacteria, what we want, then that's what keeps the other bacteria from growing. So that's why we need in our bodies a whole bunch of really good bacteria, so that when the bad bacteria comes, there's no room for it, right? It just goes away. And our body is so full of the good bacteria that we just cough it out or pee it out or poop it out, the bad stuff, because we have a strong immune system that's been living with all the bacterias however long we've lived here, humans, we've had basically all the same bacterias, right? Like the L. reuteri has been in everybody forever, and whatever other lactobacillic bacteria we have in us, and all the other creatures, until we got all these high-powered antibiotics we've had that, of course, have saved millions of people, but it's also killed off a lot of important things in our gut microbiome. And so it's up to us to reflora our microbiome with these wonderful, healthy probiotics that we're studying and finding out more about every day, and finding out about how the microbiome affects every cell in our body, and it can help us to create health. Or if we get a sick microbiome, it can actually create sickness in us, right? Because we've overwhelmed the system, and it's just struggling so much that it has to put the garbage in the wrong spot because it's too overwhelmed. Like when we get tired and we can't clean the house, right? Well, if we don't take care of our microbiome, right, that's kind of our body's like garburator or whatever, right? I mean, we have a hole in our mouth and we have a hole at the other end, right? And so that's just kind of our garburator, right? We eat it and then we chew it and it gets broken down, and then we swallow it and it gets broken down littler and littler, and then our bodies have to take every piece of food and do something with it, turn it into something, right? And get nutrients out of it. And so I think when the more like we eat, a salad instead of like deep fried vegetables, right? It's easier for our body to make the cells it needs from some raw vegetables once in a while, along with a good steak instead of everything deep fried in flour and who knows what else, right? All those seed oils and everything that our bodies, I mean, think about how many seeds you'd have to squeeze to get oil in yourself if you didn't have a big corporation and company, right? Holy Lord. So the animal fats, I mean, think how we'd still be burning up whales if we didn't find petroleum. I bet those whales were praying, oh, we need an alternative, get them to stop killing us, right? And so we found petroleum and we quit having to have the whale oil, right? So but for eating, we need the animal fats. Yeah, I'm glad we're not burning up whales anymore in oil. Oh, just for lamplight. Oh gosh, and who knows what else we did with it. Didn't they have whalebone corsets, I think? Must have been some pretty little whales. And so, yeah, so I dare you to get yourself some L. reuteri starter. Maybe a friend has some. It's getting to be all the rage. And then see how it makes your skin younger. I even read in one article it can make you hornier. So how fun is that? That's more love in the world. So anyways, I dare you to get you some L. reuteri starter and get to making, some yogurt. And how we made it in the hot pot, the Instapot. And I checked the temperature in the Instapot over and over again, and it seems like our Instapot goes from around 103 to 106. So that's pretty much just right for, as long as it doesn't go over 108, right, then Bob's your uncle and you get perfectly yummy yogurt. And so that was pretty exciting that that we didn't even have to buy a new piece of equipment. We just got the Instapot out of storage, and we were able to use something that usually we used as a pressure cooker as a yogurt maker. I mean, how cool is that? And there's even 3 settings, so you could have low, medium, and high. And so that was fun too. I tried the coconut yogurt on the low one, and I did Robert's on the medium one. And the high one means boil, so we didn't use that one. No, that would kill the little L. reuteris. Well, it would kill any yogurt. But the L. reuteri doesn't want to go really past 108, Dr. William Davis said. So, yeah. And it's fun to create something that gives life because it feels like I'm contributing to my health every day. In the past, sometimes I didn't contribute to my health. Sometimes I drank too much or did some things that weren't good for me. Yeah, so now it's really fun to know when have a drink, I'm having water or herbal tea, or maybe some citrus juice with some magnesium, and then when I'm eating, I'm finding the best sourced grass-fed beef that I could find, and local vegetables. It's just so much fun to think about, hey, I'm helping someone pay their bills right up the street. I mean, someday it'd be fun to have millions of dollars to share with everybody who has problems, but at least if we could keep our neighbors in town going, that's a good start, right? So think local and help out your neighbors, grow some food, and then you'll feel better. Because food miles, we don't want to eat something that's been from 1,000 miles away. Yeah, we want to eat something from 100 miles away. And so I have about 5 or 6 fruit trees started, so hopefully I'll get a couple more of those planted this year and see if I could grow some apple trees and eat an apple from a seed that I started. Wouldn't that be fun? So have some Rueteri yogurt, grow some fruit trees, and enjoy your life. And if you need some earrings, go to robertsarins.com, or if you need a painting, we have some of those too. To get a sketch, check out SignsOfApril on Redbubble. And if you want to get an affirmation or a healing in person or distance healing, go to stephaniesarins.ca or email me at happinessishealthy@gmail.com. Thanks so much. Love you. Bye.